Okay, everyone, I want to welcome you to our training call tonight. Tonight, we are going to be training on our cash flow manager. And I think this is one of the most important classes that we could possibly have tonight because I think a lot of people misunderstand this product. I think a lot of people don't necessarily use it like they should. But the more you use this product, the more cash flow is going to save you and put into your pocket. So anybody who is not using this product on a regular basis, you are losing out. My name is John Pettifordale. I am an EVP Infinity with MyEcon. I've been with the company for a little while now. And now what I do is I teach people personal financial success all over the country. But enough about me. Let's talk about the cash flow manager, okay? Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to cover it from two bases. The first basis I'm going to cover it from is the app because I think that is the one that you're going to probably use the most. And I think you need to use that. And then I'm going to flip over to the website so you can kind of see some of the other features and stuff that are outside of that app because I think those are very important as well, okay? So let's go ahead and get started here. If you have not done so, you want to download the Cash Flow Manager app, okay? Now, you got to download that. If you have not done this already, you go right here to your app store. If you have an iPhone, obviously it's called the App Store. If you have an Android phone, it's going to be called the Google Play Store, okay? So basically, I already have the apps on my phone, but basically, you go right here to the App Store, and all you want to do is search for MyEcon, okay? So you go right here, you type in MyEcon. Don't type in MyEcon mobile or Cash Flow Manager. Just type in one thing, MyEcon, and then it's going to pull up a couple apps. Now, you want to have both of these apps on your phone, okay? We're not going to talk about the MyEcon mobile app tonight. We're going to be talking about the Cash Flow Manager app, but you want to have both of these tools. These tools are very, very crucial to your business. So if you have not done so already, or if you got new people that you have not shown them how to do this, you got to do this because if you want people to stay in the system, and if you want to maximize what you're getting from the system, ladies and gentlemen, you want to have these apps on your phone, okay? So now, what we're going to do is we're going to open up the Cash Flow Manager, okay? So now, once we open the Cash Flow Manager, you're going to see some things here, okay? Now, what is the Cash Flow Manager for? It's for documenting your expenses for your business. It's for building your cash flow strategies, your financial plan, your debt elimination plan, and there's also tools in here that you do a lot of different things, okay? So let's talk about the Cash Flow Manager. Now, first thing you want to do is you want to click on the top here. Okay, now obviously, you see I got a few things in here, okay? Now, yours is probably going to be blank if you're brand new, but if you already got one, then you kind of have seen this before. But if you're brand new, you want to go down here to create new, okay? So we're going to create a new one here, and you would just put a name in here. You can put MyEcon. You can put Bill's Training Company or whatever you want to do, right? So let's go ahead and put that in there, and we close that out, okay? Now, I'm going to go into this demo here, okay? First demo. Okay, now you're going to interface with this thing probably 2-3 times a day, and it's probably going to be somewhere between 5 and 10 minutes a day to run this process, okay? Now, if you do this, what's going to happen here, I've got to get those chimes off, okay? So if you do this, what's going to happen is you're going to save lots and lots of money, thousands of dollars. Every $10,000 of expenses and things that you put in here typically will save you roughly about $3,000 on your taxes. That is very, very important, extremely important, okay? Sometimes people say, well, I forget. You can't afford to forget. You're losing money if you forget. You're losing money if you don't use this thing religiously, okay? So it should be a daily activity of putting things in here, okay? So now, let's go ahead and document an expense. So we will go here and we will click on Enter New Expense. So boom, we hit this right here. Now it's going to open up this database here, okay? So now you can see some things here. So let's go ahead and start at the top. We go to the top here and we click on Enter New Expense, so select the expense type, So now we go down here, let's go down to fees, okay? So we're going to document our first startup cost in MyEcon. We're going to hit done here. Now we got fees, okay? Now the fee is $34.95. You don't have to put the decimal point in there. It'll automatically do this for you, okay? The who is who you actually paid your expense to, okay? So in this example, it's MyEcon. So we will put MyEcon here, okay? And what? This is going to be business startup. Okay? Boom. Where do we do this? You did it online. Okay? So we did it online. So we go right here. Now, if this was, I'll do another example, but if we do it somewhere else, like in a city, then we'll put it there. Okay? So I'll show you that in a second. So we can also assign a receipt. Now, this gives you what is called documentary evidence. See, what you got to understand about the cash flow manager, it brings you to within what is called IRS compliance. You want to be compliant with the IRS. We don't want to do things that are not right with the IRS, okay? So what we do here is we got to have your who, the what, the where, and there, and then let's go ahead and double duty here, and we're going to take a picture of a receipt, okay? So I'm just going to take a picture of a little receipt here just for example here. Boom. We click that. Now, you could have taken a screenshot of your receipt when you signed up in the business, or every time they send you that thing, you know, thank you for continuing to be a MyEcon member, right? And you can upload that in here, okay? And you would get that from your library, okay? You won't take a picture of that. You'll just have a screenshot, and it'll be in your library. You click on that, and you can just pull it right from your pictures. This is one of the easiest systems that I've ever seen to run your business and manage your taxes. Very important, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Now, notes, we can just say, you know, did a meeting with John, okay? All right, so meeting with John. So now we got the meeting with John in here. Now, we could have some mileage in here, but since we probably didn't know that when we got there, we didn't know we were going to be able to sign up and then write off that mileage, so we wouldn't know that right now. We can always come back, okay? So now, we can go down here, and what we could do is we can go ahead and make this a recurring transaction, okay? Now, if it's a one-time transaction, you would just leave it at that. But let's say this is your sign-up fee, right? Okay, you could do this here, or you could just put business startup here. But since we're gonna put it as a recurring entry, let's go up here. Okay, let's go up here and do something here. Let's change this. Okay, we'll just say income shifting membership. Okay, ISM. Okay, that's good. Now we go down here. Let's go here and hit repeat. So we're gonna repeat this monthly. All right, and our next date is gonna be March. Okay. So we know it's going to be in March, about 30 days from now. What that's going to do is make record keeping very simple and easy. So now every 30 days, our system is going to alert you, and it's going to say, hey, you have this expense. Did you have that right now? Okay, you can take that meeting with John out of there since you made it a recurring expense. Let's go ahead and do that now. Okay, so we don't necessarily need notes with that. All right, now we'll go ahead and save entry, and very important, you must confirm each and every entry you put in here, okay? They want to make sure the stuff is right. Boom, so you click this. And I'm going to show you how to track your miles. It's a very easy process, it's a very simple process, but we're not doing that quite on each transaction. I think it's easier to just kind of do it starting in the beginning of the day and then at the end of the day, and try to do it every time you do something. That could be very cumbersome, and then you might mess around and start forgetting and things like that, okay? So now we hit and we put that in here so we can go to view income and expense log. Let's click on that. Now look what we got right there, right at the top, 222.18. We got 34.95. If we needed to change something in here, guess what? We could click on this, and now look what it did. It took us back in here. We can change it. Okay. We're going to cancel that. Takes us back to the dashboard. Now look at what it does here. These are all the expenses that I put in here for this little training exercise, right? And they got a grand total here. Remember, roughly every $1,000 you put in here will save you $300 on taxes, or every $10,000 will save you $3,000 on taxes if you're in a 30% tax bracket. Very simple and easy. You can categorize this. Click this little button here. Boom. Look at that. Now it categorizes everything for you, and it's very easy. When it's time for you to do your taxes, if the IRS ever call you and ask you, hey, we want to see your records, then you just print it from the back of the website, and we're going to show you where that is in 1 second. But now, let's do another transaction here, okay? Let's go in here, enter new expense. All right? So we enter new expense again. Let's go to cell phone, okay? We're going to go to communications right here. So that's a communications deal. So let's go in here. I pay my cell phone bill. Let's say it's $65 here. All right? I pay that to Sprint, and that's my cell. Okay, even if you're not taking 100% of your bill, put 100% in here, and then when you're filing taxes, you can determine how much of it was business and how much was personal. I think it's very easy to do it that way. If you get in here and start trying to figure it out now, it just makes your job a little bit more difficult, okay? Where we did that online as well, okay? But let's say I went into the store, okay? We didn't do it online. We were in, okay, let's say we were in Detroit, all right? We were in the store in Detroit, and we went into the store, okay? And then we can put in here February bill, all right? Boom, you could put that, or you could just put business sales, okay? Whatever you feel comfortable with, okay? But now, look what happens. We can also take a picture of the receipt. So let's say we did that again, boom. Let's take another picture. Bam. Take another picture here. As you can see, I took a picture. Now, go down here. I can go ahead and put this in as a monthly deal too. See, everything that you're going to pay monthly and you're using for business, your internet bill, your cell phone bill, okay? That's all stuff. Your MyEcon membership, that's every single month, okay? If you're taking actual car expenses, okay, your car insurance, if you're paying that monthly, you can put it in here. So that makes it very easy and you're good to go. So now let's go ahead and finish this out. All right. We're going to do, we're going to say this is monthly as well. All right. And we're going to do this in March. We're going to save this entry. Okay. And now we got to confirm this entry. Boom. Let's confirm it. Okay. We're good to go. Now I can go back here. Let's go up top to these these squares up at the top left. Now I can also put my income in. Every time you have some income in here for your business, for example, you can put it in. So let's say, let's go in here. We're going to go to commissions. All right. Dollar amount, $1,000 in here this week. All right. Where did it come from? It came from MyEcon. Okay. What? Business. Now, here's what I do. And you can do a screenshot of this. You don't necessarily need that because this is really it's going to start to also create what is called an income statement for you. So you're going to start seeing what's coming in and also what's going out as expenses on a monthly basis. I'm going to show you how to also see that in a spreadsheet and everything. But this is some amazing software, folks. People tend to have something like Quicken, and Quicken, it does do a little bit more than what our system does, but it is a very difficult to understand system for a lot of people. A lot of people that I know that have Quicken, they'll say, oh, well, I have Quicken, but I don't know how to make it work. Well, this system is very easy, as you can see. It's very simple. It's very straightforward, okay? So now what we got here, we got the $1,000 in here for income. Now, what I do here is I put this for weekly, all right? Why do I do it weekly? Because I get a check every week in MyEcon, right? So I can go in here. Now, maybe I made $1,000. Maybe I made less. Maybe I made more. It doesn't matter because when I go to confirm this entry, ladies and gentlemen, what it's going to do is ask me, do I want to change anything? I can go here and change and put exactly what it is, all right? And then you'll have this in here, okay? So we can hit those. So the next time here is going to be a week from now. So a week from now is going to be about the 29th here, all right? Oh, we don't have 29th this month, right? Okay, so we got to go. We'll just say March 1st, okay? All right, about a week from now, okay? So boom, we hit that right there. Boom, we hit this. Now look what happened. Confirm that entry. Got to confirm it. Remember, don't ever forget to confirm. All right, now we're good to go. We saved it. Now, if I go in here and I want to view and edit this thing, look what happened. I need to show my income, so I want to click on this. Now, I can see my commissions right there, right? So now, when I do my spreadsheet, it's going to show a whole bunch of stuff. So we got this in here, right? This is a great deal. Now, we can categorize this baby. Boom. All right, we hit that. Now look at it. Everything is done. It's nice and neat. It's exactly what the IRS is looking for. Okay, now you notice it does not have my total down here at the bottom, right? Because we got all this stuff, income and expenses. But if I go back to just showing expenses here, okay, now it changed. If I go down to the bottom, now it has that. So if you're in there and you're like, well, I don't see my grand total. Well, it's because you got income and expenses on there. So it doesn't show both totals. It's going to only show the expenses. So you got to uncheck that box. Keep that in mind, okay? So let's go back here. Now let's look at some other things, all right? I can capture a receipt now. I can view my unassigned receipts, but also look at this, all right? I can use my GPS function to track my mileage. Very easy. But even before I do that, look up top here. It says you have 30 recurring transactions, okay? Tap to review. So if I click on it, look at this. Now all the stuff that I do in here, look what's going on. It's 80%. Let's go ahead and go in here. ABC credit If that's cool, then I just go right in here and I hit save entry. All right, look what that. Look how easy this is. See, it just takes a couple of minutes a day. Once you set your cash flow manager up right, it's very easy. Every time you have an expense, put it in here, and it's going to become a habit. When you start creating success habits, and this is a success habit, because remember, even if you don't make a lot of money in business, remember these deductions here are also going to help you lower taxes on your job if you have one of those. Very important to understand, okay? And look, this is not stored on your phone. It does not take up a lot of memory as far as what you're putting in here in these pictures. These are stored in the cloud. So you'll never lose it. If you lose your phone, if you put it in here, it's on the system on your computer. It's everywhere. You can access it from any place that has the internet. That's great, all right? Some people say, well, I don't have that cash flow manager on my phone because, you know, I don't have any room on my phone. Well, wait a minute. You need to get rid of all that stuff that's not making you any money. This thing right here is a cash cow. The more you use it, the more cash flow it puts in your pocket, okay? So now let's go here to GPS. Boom, click this baby right here. Look at that. I can put my beginning odometer in here. That's optional, okay? You can put that in there, but here's what happens. You hit GPS, start GPS tracking. Look at this. The GPS tracking is started. And as you start driving throughout the day, you start at the beginning of your day and just kind of have this baby out here running. You can do that. And then at the end of the day, you can decide how much of it was actual business miles, okay? So I can hit stop GPS tracking, less than 1 mile was recorded, so it's not much we can do there, right? But there's also another way. You can start out if you don't want to use that, if you think it's going to be using up your battery here. Look, you can track up to 3 different vehicles, okay? That's great, all right? Now you go in here, you put your beginning odometer in here during the day, boom, let's say that was 10,000. And then you go down here at the bottom here and you put finish later. What the system is going to do is going to save your beginning odometer. Very important. And then you drive throughout the day, do all the stuff that you're going to do. You come back home, and when you get out of your car for the last time on that day, you go back in here, you click on this thing here, log mileage, and then the top one is already going to be filled out. If you're in car number 1, you just leave that there. You go right here to ending odometer and put your ending odometer. And then you decide how much of that throughout the day was business. Based on what you did now. You don't just put anything in there. You got it based on what you did. And if you go through our tax training, we show you a simple process where you start to pick up a lot of miles for a business based on certain actions that you do in the beginning and throughout the day. So very important to watch the tax training, okay? Now, let's get out of this. You can also do something else here, okay? If you click on this more, look what we got here. You can enter your budget, okay? So you got a budget in here for what you want to have for different expenses. So what you do here, this kind of gives you what you are expecting to pay for these different expenses in every category, or what you're going to get in income, okay? And then your actual stuff is going to be on the spreadsheet. I'm going to show you that in a minute, okay? But I want to go back here. Go back. Let's get back in here. Now let me show you this, okay? Custom expense types. If I have something that's not in the actual drop-down menu, I can create one. Or if I want to see what my recurring expenses are that I already have in here, they're right here. And I can go in here and look, I can click on this and then I can change it. I can change it from weekly, or I can change it to yearly, or whatever the case may be, or I can delete this entry. So I got some options here. So this system is very open-ended, so to speak, okay? Custom expense types, we got that. Custom expense income types, I put income or expenses in here, okay? And then, so we got all that in there, right? So I can go right here. I got my custom expenses. Boom, look, that's my drop-down menu. So I kind of got little crazy stuff in here. John owes me money, James, and all the people put all kinds of stuff in here, right? Okay, so we're done with this. So this here, ladies and gentlemen, is how the app interface works. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to the actual computer, okay? So I want to show you how the interface is, where it is on your site, because there are some other things that I did not show you here that's going to be on there. So let's go into that right now. All right, boom, we open this up. So as you can see here, this is my website. Let's click on BMC Home here. So now I am in and good to go. So sometimes, depending on how your site is set up, you might go here or you might go to the income shifting membership when you log in. So that's determined based on what your site settings are. But once you're here, Okay, for example, you're going to click on this right here, go to tools, and look, boom, we got several things in here. The cash flow manager here, cash flow strategist. Let's click on the cash flow manager here. Okay. Now, okay, inside this system, you see we got some little stuff down in here. Okay. So let's go ahead and click on one of these, the business demo. All right. So you can see these are all the recurring expenses, as you can see in here, okay? So anything that you put in here, it's all going to be here, and you can just go in and confirm it. So I could go in here, boom, I click on this, all right, and I can just change this price. So let's say I spent $165 this time, okay? And then that's Sprint, and all I do is go in here, hit Save Entry, and the great thing about this, I don't have to confirm it or anything. It's all done. It's good to go. And as you can see, here is the spreadsheet again, okay? So I got expenses and I'm uncategorized. I can categorize it here. Boom, click on that. So this is very, very simple. It looks very similar to the other one here, okay? But let's go back to enter new expenses here. So I can enter my new expense. Boom, I click on this. All right, so now that's my interface for enter new expenses. Boom, I click on this. Here I go, okay? So I go right in here. So it's all the same. I don't have to go all through all this for you, but I want to just kind of show you this. Okay, here's the other thing I do want to show you in here, though, okay? If I go up top, okay, I got some other stuff in here, right? Oh, before I even do this, I want to show you, this is the spreadsheet, okay? So if I go, let me get out of this, okay? Let me go back to my dashboard here, all right? So you can see you got a few things there, right? Okay, so if I can go to View and Edit Expenses, let's click on that. Here we go. So it's there, right? Now, if I go right here, I can look at my profit and loss statement. If I click on this, look what happened. That little computer is going to show me 2018. Well, here's what I got in 2018. I don't have a whole bunch here for this particular training class, okay? But I do got a few things, okay? So you can see some of the stuff we kind of got down in here, right? Okay? So here's the budget. Remember I told you to set your budget? It's all right here. So you can see this, what you're planning to spend every month. And then every month it shows you what you actually spent. And then at the bottom it's going to give you a running tally. Did you have a surplus? Did you have more money or did you have less? So sometimes when you do certain things, people are going to ask, well, do you have an income statement? This system will not only keep track of your tax records, make you audit proof, make you compliant with the IRS, it also builds you an income statement. This is wonderful, okay? It is a wonderful deal for you. You need this, all right? So you can see it, and it has all the different years that we've had this, okay? So it's all right here, okay? So I'm going to close this out real quick. Go back here. So let's go back up top, okay? Not only does this have, let's go back to the cash flow manager, okay? We also have something here for the home. So not only can you run your business, you can run your home just like a business, okay? You want to track what's going on in your life, what's going on in your household, so you kind of know where these dollars are going. Because, and some people say, well, why don't I just, y'all don't have it where I can just download all my transactions from my bank? No, we don't, okay? Because we want you to be a little bit more hands-on with the stuff. See, we find that if people are a little bit more hands-on, they pay attention a little better. If you got all this stuff on auto this and auto that, you don't really know what's happening, okay? You got to go in here and start looking at your money. Money's very emotional. You want to be high touch. You don't see, there's two things you don't let people take care of, your honey and your money. So you want to make sure that you're looking at your money, you're watching your money, you know exactly what's going on. So here we go. I can go in here and look, if I click on enter new expense, it looks the same so far, but look what happens here. There's a difference. If I go in here, now it's got some different things as options for expenses. Car insurance, car payment, okay, gasoline, child care, child support. See, these are all things, FICA, Medicare, food, furniture, federal taxes, all this stuff, right? See, now medical expenses, medical insurance, my mortgage, you start putting these things in here. Now you got some good stuff going on. That same spreadsheet, that income statement for your business, now you got an income statement for your house, okay? Now when you start looking at that thing, so you and your honey, whether it's your husband, whether it's your wife, and please, 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 don't do this thing, well, my husband just takes care of the finances, or my wife just takes care of the finances. No, that can be a part of the process, but I think you all should at least have a weekly meeting where you look at the finances and you know exactly what's going on. Okay, maybe that's Sunday night. So you say, okay, here's what happened last week. Here's what we came in. Here's what came in. Here's what went out. Okay, These are the things we took care of. Because now, if something happens to you, if you're the person that primarily kind of monitors this, at least the other person kind of knows what's happening. And it's a sad situation to have something happen to you, and then your spouse don't know what's going on, ladies and gentlemen. That's very important. So you got to at least have them involved in the process of looking and seeing what's happening here. Okay? So I don't have to show you all this because this works the same way. The who, the what, the where, these are just expenses, right? And then when you put them in, now you got some things. So we're going to cancel this entry here. Okay? You got recurring things. If you do charitable contributions to the church, put them here. See? You got this. So these are all tools. These are things that help you look at your money, see your money, and then become one with your money, okay? Now, there's a couple other things here, though. Look at this. You got your balance sheet, all right? So if I click on this, see, now you can see some things in here, okay? Let's do Big Willie sample. Let's go in here and look at Big Willie sample here. So now you start putting things in here. You want to know what your net worth is. Maybe you don't know. Very important, ladies and gentlemen. You want to know what your net worth is, okay? You want to know, are you upside down? Are you below zero? Are you 100,000 there? Are you a 10,000 there? Are you a half a millionaire? Are you a millionaire? This is how you figure it out. You start putting these things in here. How much you got in your checking account? How much you got in savings, all right? How much you got in your cash value life insurance? Now, I do have an opinion on this, you know, but I'm not going to say it. But if you got some cash value stuff in there, put it in there, right? Stocks. Do you own any of those? Do you got some mutual funds? Okay. What do you got in your 401k? All right. How much you got in your pension? Okay. Your residence, your house. How much is that baby worth? What's the value of it? Your automobile. Okay. How much is it worth? Your furnishings. Sometimes we think this stuff worth more than it is. It's a whole bunch of junk nobody else wanted. You already know that, right? See, it's just some stuff, all right? So we go down here, furs and jewelry. Now, let's talk about the liabilities, all right? What do you got on your charge account? How much do you owe, okay? Your personal loans, what do you got out there? Student loans, how much you got? Auto loans, 401k loans. Some of us got that, right? How much is owed on that house? Now, if it's not on here already, ladies and gentlemen, you can add a category here, okay? You can also add a category here. As many of them as you need, okay? So let's go ahead. I'm going to get rid of these things here, okay? Now, if I want to do save, changes, and return, now I go back up here to the top. Uh-oh, let's go back. I don't know what happened there. All right, go back to the balance sheet. Go back here. Now look at this, all right? Now it's going to give you a total here. Now look what happened here, all right? We got in our checking account, $750. Savings account, we got $200. Life insurance, we got $10,000 value there. $52,000 401k. The house is worth $279. Cars worth $31,000. Furnishings, all this. We got $376,000 in what they call assets. Okay. But now we got some liabilities. $15,000 on the credit card, personal loan, student loan, 401k loan, all kind of stuff. Mortgage. Now we got $344,000 in liabilities. Well, now look at the net worth. I'm worth $32,000. Okay? So if you're trying to figure out how much you're worth, you take everything that you own, the value of it, put it in here, and then you take everything that you owe, put it in here, and whatever that number is. But what I find is most Americans are upside down. They have a negative net worth, okay? Because they owe on everything that they got. They don't really own everything. They got very little equity there. They got other little charge accounts and stuff. And when you look at that, most Americans, middle America, they upside down below zero by about $200,000 to $300,000, if not more, okay? And what we wanted to do here at MyEcon, we want you to go from being below zero to become above zero. We want to be as far above zero as we possibly can. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the tool here that we call our cash flow manager, okay? So we got some other things, a couple other things in here. Financial calculators, all right? Let's take a look at the financial calculators, all right? Now, these things allow you to make some assumptions on some things, all right? And the software is designed to kind of show you what happens to your plan, show you what happens to your money without necessarily committing money yet, okay? So if you wanted to know, okay, should you buy this other house, okay? What does it do to your net worth? Okay, how much are you going to put down? How much are you going to mortgage? Put it on your balance sheet and see what it does to your balance sheet. If you don't like what it does to your balance sheet, then you might not want that decision. Make sense? Okay. If you say, okay, well, should I buy this car? Somebody will say, well, John, I don't know. I'm thinking about buying a car. What should I do? Well, I don't know. What does the software tell you to do? Go put it in your balance sheet. See how it affects you. If it affects you like you're comfortable with, then you make that decision for yourself. So we're not just trying to tell you what to do with your money. We're just going to show you what happens if you make certain decisions, and then you have to be the final decider. You have to be the person, the authority that says, okay, this is what happens, or this is what I want to do with my money, okay? So now, let's look at a one-time lump sum investment. What that means, you got a lump of money right now. You got $10,000, you got $20,000, okay? Somebody died and you got $50,000 or whatever, right? All right, so you go here, you say, okay, I need to know something. I want to know, what is this going to be in 25 years, okay? So you go here, you take the 10,000, okay? Put the numbers in there. You don't got to put any commas in, okay? Let's assume an interest rate of about 8%, okay? And let's say 25 years from now, and now we hit calculate. It tells us exactly what the $10,000 is going to be in 25 years. It's going to be $73,401.76 based on 8%, all right? Now, you might say, okay, well, I had 11%. Well, we got 11%. Let's calculate that. Now, look at what happened. Now, we only went. Now, I want you to look at this. This is very important. This is something to start understanding when you start getting into our classes, when we do our InvestSmart class, right? Look at this. We only went from 8% to 11%, right? But look at, because of compound interest, we doubled the money. It was about $70-something thousand before, but just getting 3 more points, making a different decision, it took us to $154,000. We doubled our money because of a 3% decision. So it didn't take double the interest rate or the rate of, sorry, we won't say interest rate, we won't say rate of return. It didn't take doubling the rate of return to double the money. That's why compound interest is what we call the ninth wonder of the world. This is why you want to have your money compounded. I'm not going to spend a whole bunch of time on that, but that gave you a kind of snippet. Your money's got to be having babies. Your money's got to be making money, ladies and gentlemen, okay? So now let's go back to the financial calculator. Let's look at a couple of things here that we're going to answer little questions if we got some, and then we're going to close out, okay? Lump sum investment to reach a certain goal. So now this means, okay, let's say you're like, hey, I want to have $2 million. Okay, that's 2 million. Got enough zeros. All right. Now, okay, and it says, okay, try to reach that goal, right? And okay, so if I get this, let's say I want, let's say I got this 9% interest rate, and I need that in 17 years from now. Calculate. Now the computer's gonna say, all right, in order to reach that, I gotta invest $435,000 today, and in 17 years, that's going to be $2 million if I get a 9% rate of return. See, it told me exactly what was going to happen. This helps you have a guiding beacon, okay? This does not replace your financial advisor. This software is designed to help you be a better client. So if you do sit down with a financial advisor, what's going to happen is you're better equipped. They start saying certain things and talking about rate of return, you kind of know what to expect from the different rates of return, okay? Let's take a look at the periodic monthly investment. You might say, okay, if I invest $700 right now every single month and I get myself a 10% rate of return, all right, and I do that for the next 17 years, same years, how much is that going to be? Well, here it is. $700 for 17 years at 10% is going to be worth $372,583. See, look at that. See, you got a little crystal ball here. Now, you guys got it good. I remember we used to have something called manual amortization tables, okay? That means we had to go with the calculator and then go down to the years and go down to the interest rate and then see where they line up and then multiply it by that look, these certain account, these quoting, and then it will tell us what it was. Guys, this is so simple. This is so easy. This is what is life-changing stuff, because what we're doing here is we're doing very complex financial things, but making it so the average person can use these things, plug into them, and this comes with your membership. This is all a part of the process. When we bring all this together, the tax savings, all this, ladies and gentlemen, these things are really going to help you out, okay? Now, let's look at one or two more here. We're just about done, okay? Monthly investment to reach a certain goal, okay? I need to have, remember, I needed $2 million. Got enough zeros? Got enough zeros, okay? Okay, I'm getting at 9%, okay? Now, here it is. I want to have it in 17 years. Look, now it's going to tell me how much I got to invest every single month. Remember, last time, that the time before, was a one-time lump sum. Here, it's saying, okay, if you want to get to this by 17 years to have $2 million, you need to take $4,176 and invest that every month. And if you get that 9%, you got it, okay? So see, it's a lot of different stuff here. Loan payment, now this is good. I see some people say, well, John, okay, see some of y'all done fell off the call, some of y'all getting on, you might have missed this. This is a very important one here. Now, you might say, okay, so you're trying to make a decision, right? You're trying to buy some rental property, or you're trying to buy another home, and you're like, okay, should I do the deal? You don't got to wait for them to run your numbers. You can run your numbers right here. You can find out what your payment is going to be. You can find out, okay, does this make sense for your cash flow? Does it make sense for you to go in here and get this payment? So, okay, let's say we're going to get a 3.5% loan, a loan amount. Okay, hold on. Okay, so the loan amount, let's say we're going to buy, I looked at a house that was $277 the other day. I was just curious to see what was going on in this certain area here. So this house is $277, right? Okay, and let's say we get a 3.5% rate on that thing, and we do it let's say we do a 30-year mortgage, all right? We click on this baby right here. Look what happened here, all right? Now, your monthly payment is going to be $1,243.85. So now you figured out what your payment was going to be. Now, you might add another little $100 or two, let's say you add another $200 in here for taxes and insurance, right? Now, boom, you know what your payment is about going to be. Without them going and running your credit and putting inquiries on there, and you kind of looking at this, and then you go take that and you put that on your income statement. See how it affects your income statement. Then you go put this $277,000 loan on your balance sheet. And then, okay, how much was you putting down? Okay, let's say you put $50,000 down, so you got another $227,000, okay, that you're going to finance. Put that on your liability under the mortgage. See what it does. And then if you comfortable with the decision, then you make a play. If you don't like the way it looks, you don't do it. See, MyEcon puts you in the commander seat, okay? You might be saying, oh, well, I'm thinking about buying another car, okay? How much is the car? $45,000, all right? What's your interest rate? Okay, you didn't do the smart money kit, right? You haven't did the smart money kit yet, so you got this little thing out here. They try to give you a 9.5% loan, right? Okay, and you trying to get this thing for 5 years. Now we hit calculate. Boom. Should you make the decision? It's a $945 payment. Now my decision is no. Now I don't know what yours is, but my decision be no. I ain't gonna pay $1,000 a month for no car. But you might want to. Okay, so it's designed for you to see, what does it do? How does it change my finances? What's the payment? See, you can make decisions here without committing money before you get yourself into some financial trouble. Very, very important. Use the cash flow manager, cut your taxes. The more you use it, the less you're going to pay in taxes. Use the cash flow strategist, okay? Now, the cash flow strategist, all right, this is building your financial plan, ladies and gentlemen, okay? In here, boom. I'm not going to cover this whole thing tonight because this one's pretty simple. You go in here, you put your information in here. Top 5 financial goals, how much money you want on a monthly basis, all that, right? All these different things. How much have you saved so far? How much are you saving right now? Okay, look at all this. Go in here. See, all this is also in the app. This part is in the app too, okay? Go in here. How much debt do you have? Put it all in here. How much you owe? What's the minimum payment? Everything that you can't pay off, but maybe you can save money. Put it here, okay? So we got some things in here. Now we go and we hit save, changes, and return, okay? Now, you have a video on this inside the MyEcon mobile app and in your website. But now let's go here. Boom. Now it turns all this into a financial plan. We're trying to retire by 2032. We're going to get an 8% rate of return, okay? We need $5,000 a month. Okay, based on all this, look at this. I need $637,000. See, look, it's giving you a vision. It's giving you the opportunity to see down the road. Where are you trying to go? If you don't know where you're trying to go, you won't get anywhere. If you go to the airport and you say, hey, I want to go on vacation, the lady going to say, well, where you want to go? You say, I don't know. Well, you're going to be standing there until you pick a destination. Well, what this software will do is help you determine what your destination is based on how you answer those questions. So if you're trying to get $5 grand a month, $6 grand a month, $7 grand a month, $10 grand a month, put it in there. Okay? Now, how much you going to get from this other stuff? You put it in there. Now, how much have you saved? How much have you invested? Boom, it's here. Now it's going to grow to this. We minus this from the total. Now we got 484. This is our deficit. We got to figure out how do we get that. Now look at what the system's doing. It said, okay, if you want this 484,000 by 2032, you need to invest $1,574 every 30 days, never miss, never borrow. Okay? Now you're already doing 400. So now you take this out, you got 1174. Now you got to invest this 1174. See, here's where the problem is that most people have. And this is what you got to see. The traditional financial services world does not have an answer for the average person financially. Because look, if they spending all this money on debts and all this stuff right here, how are they going to have this $1,174 and they already got? The average income is about $5,000 a month, right? Household income. So think about this. If it's $5,000 a month median income in America, you already losing $1,500, $1,600 in taxes, okay? You already got some other stuff out here, okay? You lose $1,500. You got a little bit going towards your medical expenses and stuff like that, your little premiums, right? So let's say that's another $500. Okay, you lost $2,000. Okay, get a halfway decent place to stay. You got $1,000 here. Okay, get a couple little cars out here, even on the lease. We got another $400, $500, $600 there. You eat a little bit. You don't ran out of money, guys. You don't have $1,134 to run this play. So you will never get out of the situation you're in because you're in negative cash flow. So now here comes the MyEcon process. We talk about this. We're not going to do a whole bunch of this tonight, but look, make a little money in business. Use your cash flow management. Change your W-4. Boom, got some money here. Look, save some money on stuff you're already spending money on. Use the Smart Money Kit. Start getting better credit. Refinance what you do have and pay less for the same lifestyle. Boom. That's called minimizing expenses and keeping the same lifestyle. Get a little money there, right? Look at this. Take that money. We put $200 in the emergency fund. Put $400 in the 401k. Okay? $353. All right? Now, let's do another. I got to do another thing here. One thing. Boom. Let's change this. All right. Now, because I did another example earlier. Okay? Now, here's the deal. So now it says, okay, we got 803 for debt elimination. Look at this. Boom. Paid off all our debt. See, it gave us a plan. Where are we trying to go? We're trying to get to debt free. It builds the plan for you. Okay? Now, how long did it take? How much cash flow did it create? Okay? Now look at this. Boom. By 2032, we hit our goal. We got this existing portfolio. We continue to put $400 a month. Boom. Got 278. Now, because of the MyEcon process, because of income shifting, because of what we teach, boom, picked up another 400. Got 124,000. Now we go all the way over here. Bam. We got debt free by 2025. Look at 2026. Everything that was going towards car notes, credit cards, student loans, and mortgages is now back into your account. Now you take it and drop it into your investment account. Well, look at you. See, MyEcon, people got this wrong, guys and ladies. They think MyEcon is a doggone $35 deal. It is not. MyEcon is not a $35 decision. MyEcon is a several $100,000 decision based on what you do with it. But see, some people, they get the $34.95 decision and do nothing with it because they thought it was nothing, so they did nothing. They misunderstood. They didn't have vision. They didn't understand what they had. They didn't understand that this was freedom. This is time freedom. This is money freedom. Okay? You got a system. For $34.95, you got to repackage your whole finances. See, you, me, all of us, we got to get strong. We got to be able to talk to people about what we got. See, we sit up here, we looking at somebody selling travel. We like, woo, that's a wonderful thing over there. They having a lot of fun. Well, maybe they are, maybe they're not. But here's what I do say. I bet you, if you ain't got no money, you can't do no travel. I do know that. And most folks I know don't have very much money to travel because they all tied up with taxes and debt. How about we just fix the money and then you go travel when you want to and get a deal? Just because you like travel don't necessarily mean you got to sell travel. Now, I'm not beating up on a company or anything like that. I'm just kind of giving you a thought process, okay? See, it's not a $35 decision. This was a $300,000+ decision. Not only that, it was another $124,000 decision to run income shifting, to use the cash flow manager, to use the cash flow strategist, to build your system. Now you got $705,000. See, the question is, do you want to get free? Do you want to get free? You can't afford to say, I forgot to use my cash flow manager. You can't afford to say, I ain't filled out my cash flow strategist yet. You can't afford to say, I'm going to go buy this car and I don't know how it's going to affect me. You got to go use your financial calculator. You got to say, you can't say, I don't know what my net worth is. You got to go down here and you got to get knee deep in your finances and you got to get real emotional about it. You got to get mad because you feel like you don't got enough. You got to get mad because you're like, I didn't understand this 20 years ago, but I'm going to do something about it today. See, some of us, they like, well, I'm just too old to really fool around with this stuff. That's for the young folks. No, it's not. It's for anybody that want to get free. And look at this. Look at this, folks. Now they don't got to work because they have to. They work because they want to. They go another couple of years and become a millionaire. They become a millionaire. You see, this is a millionaire plan. You bought a $35 deal, they got a millionaire plan. This thing is worth every bit. This software, our training, everything we got, guys, is worth $1,000. But see, some of us don't understand that. See, so some of us, we scared to sell this. We scared to talk about it. Somebody got telling me the other day, asked me the other day about, well, why don't we do another promotion? No, we don't need another promotion. We need you to get to work. Because we already got a deal. We already at discounts. And you got to take that position. You got to get strong. You got to understand what you got. But see, if you're wondering, how do you become a better recruiter? And I'm going to close with this. You become a better recruiter by putting your numbers in here. See, when you start getting confident about your finances, when you start saving money on your taxes, when you start knowing where the heck you going, when you start paying down your debt, you're going to talk different. You're going to walk different. You're going to act different. You're going to look different. And they're going to want to know what is different. And when you talking to them, they can see it. They can feel it. See, it's not just what you saying on the doggone flip chart. It's not just the little video. You got to sometimes say, well, look, this is what's going on with me. What's your plan? And then you got to make a bold vertical move. People want to go with people that are going bold places. If they don't feel you can take them anywhere, they're not going to follow you. They're not going to join you. They're not going to feel comfortable. So when you start putting this in here, you're going to be more confident. This is what this software is designed to do. It's designed to give you wisdom and understanding. It's designed to give you confidence so you can kind of know what you know and don't be guessing. And when you do that, you become an all-star recruiter because people know you ain't playing around. Some of us got to quit playing around. It's very simple. So, guys, that's my time tonight. What I'm going to do is stop this recording. Bang.